You put me under a spell, and ever since you did that I ain't been well. I don't know how you cannot tell, and how you don't see just how deep in I fell. You said you'd heal my...
Welcome back to my channel, guys. What's up? Today I'm just gonna be focusing on brushes. This is another video that's been highly requested by you guys, and I'm finally doing it for a very long time. You guys have always been asking about brushes. I'm gonna go ahead and just fill my brows in and come right back. So yeah, I know my brows look crazy, but that's because they're not blended yet. So I did not do so because the tool I use is regarded as a brush to blend it. So the front isn't blended, as you can see, but the tool that is required to do this is the spoolie. The spoolie is just important mostly for the brows. I don't really use it for anything else. Helps to just diffuse the brows and just blend everything in more. So I just usually take it and I kind of feather the front into the rest of the brows because I don't usually apply much product in that area. So that's really the importance of the spoolie, for just helping to further blend. And that's it. So after I'm done with diffusing all that product within the brows, the next step is to just sharpen it up and just get everything really nice and precise. And the brush that is important for this step is our small angled brush. Yes, and this is what we're going to apply concealer onto. The concealer I'm using to do this today, to clean up the brows, is my PETITE-SUE Skin Perfecting HD Concealer. This is how it looks, and it's from Sister Cosmetics. Now, usually after I use the small angled brush to apply the concealer to my brows, just clean it up and sharpen up everything, I go in with a small like blending concealer brush. Oh, and I didn't tell you where these brushes are from. So the previous two brushes I used, they're from POMIbyLyric. This next brush is also from POMIbyLyric. They don't have specific names like concealer brush or stuff like that. So it's pretty much, and let me tell you, when it comes down to brushes, sometimes you can use one brush for more than one thing. You don't necessarily have to, oh my gosh, kill yourself to go and get a powder brush apart from a bronzing brush, or if you understand what I am trying to say. So yeah, I'm sorry for all the background noise. This is a brush we use to just further blend the product that we have deposited with the concealer angled brush. Those are pretty much the tools I use for the brows. I'm just gonna go ahead and complete the brows and come right back. So the next step is just moving on to the face, and this is where we're going to get into some of the face brushes. Now the first product I'm gonna go into applying to the face is my concealer, and it's the same Sister Cosmetics PETITE-SUE HD Skin Perfecting Concealer. Alright, so to blend this out, it's important to either have a beauty blender or a beauty sponge, clean and damped with water. If not, you can use a flat top brush. Now the step before this is applying foundation, but you guys know I don't religiously wear foundation out, and I'm also going to be going out after this. But if it is that you're applying your foundation, you can use either one of these just the same. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to blend it out with my damp beauty sponge.
You tricked me up, now I gotta figure out
Now, as you know, I just applied this concealer to all the points on my face that I want to highlight / bring forward, you know, just pop. You know, so I go for a shade, like a shade or two that's lighter than my natural skin tone. And this brush is from Vanity Planet. I'm not sure you guys can see the name because it's so light, and the name of it is indeed the flat top stippling brush. Now to set all the highlighted areas, just the highlighted areas, we need powder, and the powder I usually use for this is my Sasha Buttercup powder. The brush I use to do this is like a medium size, what would you say, medium size powder brush. It's not a large one at all. This is from Furless. This brush is from Furless, and the name is no longer there, but you have the idea of what I'm saying, right? It's like a medium powder brush, and I just usually dip this into the product press it into the skin. You want to press it and not swipe it, because if you swipe it, you're kind of removing what you already deposited. When you stipple it in or press it in to the area, then you're letting everything, you know, stay put. You know, you're just pressing the product more into the skin, which is what we want to do. We're going to balance out the rest of the face with our face powder, something that is closer to the actual skin tone, and we'll just let everything look normal and well blended. So I'm gonna go in with my usual Milani, you know, pressed powder in warm 109, and I'm gonna take another Vanity Planet brush. This is a actual face brush. Okay, this is a powder brush, and you see how large it is? Yes, because when you apply this to the skin, then it will help to diffuse that product that you're depositing properly. This is what we want, you know. So we're just going to dip it, and we're going to stipple it on, do a stippling motion just like we did with setting the highlighted portions. And guys, don't worry, I'll put all the specific names of all these brushes that I use to apply my makeup in the description box below, where they're from, and all my current discount codes as well. And yes, I do have a special discount code for all my Vanity Planet brushes. Most of these brushes that I'm using are cruelty free, so that's a good thing. To go down on the sides of my nose to give it like a light contour, I usually go in with a small brush like this one. It does have a slight angle, and this is from Furless. It doesn't have a name. The name, I've had it so long, but I just deposit this, I just place this into my face powder just the same, so we have a light contour on the sides of our nose. I haven't been baking a lot since lately, but today I'm actually going out and I will be in the sun for a bit. It's gonna be like early evening going on into the night event, and so we want to stay put with our makeup, right? So guys, I'm so sorry about the noise in the background, but yeah, please bear with me. So I'm gonna do a little bit of baking, and I just apply the powder to my face with my damp beauty sponge. I'm gonna move on to the eyes. That's the next section. Now the very first thing you think about when you start your eyes is a transition color, and this is a mattified color. The brush you want for this is a nice size, like medium blending brush. This is from POMIbyLyric, and the name is not there, but as you can see, and it's dirty, excuse that one. I used it like I think yesterday, yes, so that's why it's dirty. This brush, it constantly has shadow on it because I use it so often. But yeah, so you see how nice and fluffy it is? That's what you want, because you want when you apply your transition color, it's well blending and very diffused and just blown out. You don't want too much of a precise blend, so you're gonna see more of what I'm talking about. So today the palette I'm using is my Morphe 25A, and this is just like a palette filled with very nice warm neutral colors. So the transition shade I'm going in with is this one here. I'm gonna go ahead and I place the brush like in the center of the lid here, and then I do a windshield wiper motion. Now you see how much product that took out, but it's gonna help to just diffuse everything out. And as I said, we're doing windshield wiper motions. You see how nicely that just starts blending everything out, as opposed to if you were supposed to use a smaller, like fluffy brush. I really love this brush for my transition colors. Basically, if you decide to apply a lid color, you know, or more than one lid colors, you need eyeshadow brushes. So now I have another Vanity Planet brush, and as you can see, it's very flat and dense. You see how flat it is, and it's dense. So this, when you apply to the eyes, it won't be too flimsy to pack that shadow on. So this is the type of brush you need to apply your eyeshadows, whether wet or dry. This is perfect for eyeshadow application. So I'm gonna go back into the same Morphe eyeshadow palette, and today I'm gonna take this golden shadow here, and I'm just gonna swipe. It's shimmery, it's a shimmery color, so I'm gonna just swipe it. You see how much product this took up? That's really good. And these are synthetic haired brushes as well, guys. I'm gonna take my PETITE-SUE setting spray to wet the shadow a bit so we get a better color payoff. I'm going to proceed to just swiping it. When you're working with shimmery shadows, it's best to swipe it on rather than pack it on. When you're working with matte shadows, then you pack it on to the lid. But since this is shimmery, we're going to swipe it on. Really pigmented, guys. This is so pretty. You see how nicely that applied the product? That's what we want. Now for the outer parts of the eyes, I want to kind of give it a nice dark diffuse look. So I'm going to go in with a darker color. I'm going to go in with the black from this palette, the black right here, which is matte. And now what we want for this to kind of just pack the product into the crease, the outer crease, is a nice medium blending brush. Now this is a much smaller blending brush, and this is what we're going to use to just deposit the color into that area. This is also from Vanity Planet. Kind of tap it in the area. And I'm just going to use a circular motion to kind of just help to fuse the edges of that. And then I'm going to go in with a larger brush, a little from this. I'm going to go in with another blending brush. This is from BH Cosmetics, and this is just a regular medium blending brush. I want to move on to my liner. So now today I feel like I want to go in with a wing. So yes, I'm going to go in with my Stila smudge pot. This is black. What you need for your liner at all times, if you're going to go ahead and use like a gel liner, is a good angled brush. You need a good small angled brush, just like what we use to clean up the brows. You need one for your liner as well. This one is from Sigma, and it's a small angle E65 brush. Now guys, remember, I'll be putting up a updated wing liner video very soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm selfish. I want to order myself. Okay, so most of the times I like to diffuse my liner that I apply on the lower lash / waterline so that everything looks more blended, and I like that little smoky look. So you need a small blending brush. Again, this is the previous one I used for the crease area, for the outer crease area. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of black because I want this look to be intense. It's time for lashes, and today I'm taking my Paula Porter lashes again. And these are lashes. I used them in a previous video, the video that I followed, naked tutorials, makeup tutorial. Yes, that's the one. These are some nice, you know, fluffy lashes. Really love them. So I'm gonna go ahead, pop these on off camera and come right back. Now it's time to just dust away the powder we used to bake. So I'm gonna go back in with the same brush we used to apply the setting powder for highlight, and just dust away all of that banana powder. So I went ahead and just sprayed my face with my PETITE-SUE spray, and now I'm just gonna apply my illuminator. Now the brush I love using for this, you could use a fan brush, which is this brush. Is really nice. So you have two options, this, or you can use a nice tapered brush like this one. This is from Sigma, and it's the tapered highlighter F35 brush. This is just a regular highlighting fan brush. Today I'm going to use this brush. I love using that brush. I'm going to go in with my illuminator, Sugar Daddy from Artist Couture. And I use a patting motion to just kind of deposit the product onto my skin and take my time to diffuse everything. And that's pretty much it for highlighter today. I'm taking two lip colors, well, two lip glosses for my lips today, and I'm taking the Stila Lush Lips Water Plumping Primer and my Victoria's Secret Extreme Plump. So it's two lip plumper, but this one doesn't really have a sting to it. The Victoria's Secret one does. I like using it. So I'm gonna go in with this first and then this. That is the finished look that I created. I really hope this video was informative enough for you guys. If it was, give it a thumb up, and don't forget that I'm going to list everything that was used in the description box. So yeah, until next time, I'm your girl Petite. Yeah.
don't need nobody else, I swear. I was too hard on myself, I swear. I'm